Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Storytime Society. I'm your host Jamie and I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad you're alive. Thank you for tuning in. The theme of this episode is the relationship advice subreddit. So let's get into it. The title of the first story is My Boyfriend's Friends Called Me a Butterface and My Boyfriend Co-Signed. Trigger warnings, body shaming, misogyny, and gaslighting. I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years. I thought he was attracted to me. All of me. He's never called me ugly and always compliments me with or without makeup. Last night, he brought his friends over. I'm cool with them, but we're not that close, so usually when they do come over to play video games and smoke, I go upstairs. That night, when I was walking past the room to the bathroom, I could hear my name. The door was closed, but I stopped to listen. I know eavesdropping is wrong, but come on, they said my name. I heard one of my boyfriend's friends say that they hate that I always leave when they come because I wear shorts and a tank top around the house and usually dress more conservatively when I'm around them in social settings. He went on to say that I have a fat ass and nice boobs, but I'm a butterface without makeup. If you don't know, it's when a girl has a nice body, but her face. And my boyfriend laughed loudly. He didn't even defend me. His reply, quote, "Her body is perfect." What? They moved on to a different topic and started talking about other girls, so I gave up on listening and went back upstairs. I don't think I'm ugly, but I did cry. I'm ashamed to say my self-esteem took a bit of a hit, but it did. It hurt worse to know that my boyfriend laughed and didn't defend my looks. I won't lie and say I'm the best supermodel, but I'm not ugly. I have shoulder-length brown hair, clear skin, features are decent, maybe my eyebrows could be less sparse, and I wear glasses, but I would give myself a solid 6 out of 10 without makeup, and maybe an 8 with. Maybe I'm just delusional. I felt sick to my stomach sleeping next to my boyfriend and wouldn't let him touch me. He's attracted to my body and not my face, and I hate myself low-key. I'm 22 and he's 25. Sorry, but that's crazy talk of your boyfriend to be like hearing that that's how he talks about people and that is who he hangs out with, like that's how his friends talk about women, is just crazy to me. Like, I just don't think I could do it. I would be uber pissed, wicked mad. I don't know why the fuck I just used those words, but it's just like it shows. And I'm not saying that, like, honestly, it's hard to find, like, I feel like it's hard to find guy friends that are actually respectful, like, 100% of the time. Because, I don't know, I just don't really have that high of standards for men. And I feel like a lot of the times there's gonna be something. But it seems like that's just, like, normal, nonchalant talk to them. And I hate that. I hate that. I would look at my boyfriend so differently. Obviously, not only did he, like, say her body is perfect, but not say, like, she's beautiful and, like, stick up for you. That's the worst part. But it's an ick that they were even, like, talking that way, saying that you always wear, like, they like it when you wear provocative clothes around the house when they come over. Like, that's actually so scary that your boyfriend would be okay with them saying that. Like, that's actually insane to me. If my boyfriend was, like, okay with someone speaking, like, sexually about me, saying, yeah, like, I love when she wears those short shorts because her ass is so nice. Like, her boobs, man, like, they're so nice. I'd be like, yeah, you better be upset about that and be like, actually don't speak about her that way. Like, that's so messed up. I just can't believe that he even would think that's like, and the fact that he said it so nonchalantly just shows that, like, they probably say this shit all the time and they probably talk about you in that manner all the time. And that's even more insane to me. Okay, there's an update and it's 2 days later. I wasn't expecting to get so many replies. I read every single one, and I want to thank you all. Breaking up wasn't even a thought on my mind, but seeing men saying they wouldn't allow their friends to say that, and women saying they wouldn't tolerate that, helped me be more confident in bringing it up to my boyfriend because I wasn't planning on it. Last night I sat him down and I told him that I overheard his conversation with his friends and how what they said was really hurtful, and it stung worse that he didn't defend me and just laughed. At first, he denied it ever happened, and I got upset and almost cried because I felt so frustrated. And then he admitted it and said it was just a dumb joke, and he forgot about it 5 minutes later. Then he said that his friends' opinions wouldn't matter so much to me if I didn't care about their thoughts on my physical appearance. I said I don't care what they think. It's the fact that they said it and you sat there and laughed. He said that he finds me attractive if that's what I want to hear so badly, and that if my friends said he was a butterface, he wouldn't care because he isn't attracted to them. And since I care, I must have some sort of attraction to his friends. I got up and said that we're done. How is he going to flip this on me and make it seem like I want to be with his friends because their comment upset me? His reaction is what upset me. He said that if I'm breaking up with him because his friends think I'm unattractive, then I'm doing him the biggest favor of his life. So we're over. I'm moving in with my sister in her spare guest bedroom. I'm so heartbroken. His reaction wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I don't want to end things with him thinking I like his friends, but I guess that's what it is. I'm moving on. He doesn't care about me, and I wasted 2 years on him. It's whatever. I'm not interested in dating now, but there's more fish in the sea. I'm not shocked. But him, I hate when people try to compare, like, I wouldn't feel this way if that happened to me, so you shouldn't feel this way. Like, I don't understand how in this, like, at this age, you're genuinely saying that you think because you feel a certain way, that means that your girlfriend or anyone for that matter should feel the same way. Like, that's literally something I feel like we learn at the age of 3 years old. It's like, yeah, everyone has different feelings. Obviously, everyone feels differently about things. And if you wouldn't care, great. I didn't actually ask that. And that's not what this is about. It's actually about the fact that I'm hurt over this, and you're not validating her feelings at all. In fact, you're invalidating them, and you're being such a actual dickwad about it. Like, ew, that's the worst response he could have ever given. And just because you are sad that someone calls you ugly does not mean that you find them attractive. Like, and the ugliest person in the world could call me ugly and I still would be upset. Sorry. Like, that would hurt. If I heard the ugliest person in the world calling me ugly, I still would feel upset. I don't understand why that's so hard to understand. Like, I don't get why. What? Edit. Wow, thanks for so many awards. I'm actually shocked by all these responses. He found out about this post and sent it to me saying I'm insecure for going to Reddit for my relationship problems. He said he's going to sue for slander, but I didn't say his name. He cussed me out in multiple messages and I blocked him. To all the positive comments, thanks for your support. All your kind words helped me through all the crying I was doing yesterday. To all the negative comments saying I'm ugly and weak for ending things over something so stupid, I'm sorry, but my peace of mind and not feeling like shit time I'm around a guy is way more important to me than being in a relationship. All the incels making dumb sandwich jokes and saying misogynistic comments because they're upset I broke up with him. I understand someone ending a relationship, something you'll never experience, is unfathomable to you, so I won't get upset by your dumb comments. Go off. Clock it. Clock it, girl. Thank you so much for that, honestly. Because, yeah, we know that they're all either 12 or incels stuck in their mom's basement. And the fact that he cussed you out, ew, sorry, but this man was probably not a good guy to begin with, because it seems like the reaction that he's giving, I'm sure he probably had many a bad qualities. It sounds like he's one of those guys that it's like, he is the definition of locker room talk. Like, him and his friends probably always locker room talk. Like, yuck. The top comment says, man, I really do not miss being 22 years old. This is cruel from beginning to end, and I hope this woman is finding peace elsewhere. Someone said, it's like a play-by-play of the narcissist's prayer. That didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it is, that's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. Wait, sorry? Is that like a real prayer? or poem, kind of. I guess that's definitely. I've never heard of that before, but that is so tea. Because that's exactly what they do. It's like gaslight until the last. Never, ever, ever admit fault. There's always something next. It's like insanely exhausting. I'm so happy that she got out of that because he obviously is not. He needs. No, I'm not even going to give him that because I was going to say like he needs like 10 more years like cooking in the oven, for his brain to be like normal. But I don't even think he'll ever be a good guy. He's probably done for. Okay, the title of the next story is My female 26 ex-boyfriend, male 27, said he was going to propose for the last 4 years. When I finally found the courage to break it off, he did. I don't know if I should give it another chance. We started dating in 9th grade after he asked me out at Winter Formal, 2012. Went as friends but quickly hit it off and were together by New Year's. From there, we got to a lot of milestones fast, and honestly, we both figured we would be married by 2017 to 2018. The excuse at that time was we're young and still in school. I finished college in 3 years, him in 4. Both have our dream jobs and had a combined income of $144,000 a year. We have loans, but none of them are atrocious, and we lived in a home that he inherited. That said, our life felt perfect by the time I was 22. That's when he started randomly inquiring about my ring size, dream wedding, whether I like gold or silver jewelry more, etc. 22 went by and no engagement. No big deal. 23 comes and it's the same thing. I'm thinking it's any day now. 24 passes and the conversation becomes tiring. I started to ask what he's waiting for, and he claims the right moment hasn't come yet. It took me till age 25 to realize he often used the promise to do it when I was upset at him for something. By 26, I told myself that he had until he turned 27. His birthday was closer. After that, I'm walking away. I got my own space ahead of time and followed through. The separation was peaceful. He didn't protest much of, if at all. Last week, about 2 months later, he showed up at my place. We shared locations a couple years back and just never turned them off. I completely forgot about it. I wasn't creeped out or anything once he explained how he found me. After some catching up, he pulled out the box, all while sitting in the couch across from me. It wasn't the romantic on one knee, and I can't help but feel I forced his hand. This feels like, here, damn, more than anything else. He says I'm overthinking, and he didn't realize what he had until he lost it. He never knew that marriage was that important to me. I kind of want to get back together with him, but I don't want him to resent me and later say that he was forced to get married or anything.
If you want extra content weekly, head over to patreon.com/storytimesociety and become a member on there for extra content. Love you.
Okay. So, this is going to be a little bit contradictory of what I've said in previous episodes, but this one for me does make sense. Like, I am on OP's side because 13 years. No, last time I was like, it doesn't matter. There is no timeline. But 13 years is a little crazy. Also, it's crazy because the craziest thing is that he knew she wanted to, like, be, like, they were talking about it. And it's like, oh, edging. Like, you're edging me. Wait, is that sexual? Like, stop blue balling me. That's definitely sexual. Stop blue balling me and, like, saying that you're going to propose. And I'm, like, thinking that you're going to propose for the next 5 years and it never comes. Okay, 13 years, that's where I draw the line. And they're at like a good age. Not me literally like completely saying the total opposite of what I said the other episode. But like that was different because they were dating from 18 to like 22 or 23 or something. It's like, you're fine. Or no, it was like they were dating for like 6 years, I think, from like 17 to 23. And it's like, okay, that I stand 10 toes behind my comments on that and my opinion on that. But like this one, it's different. It's different. Like, she did give him, she was like, oh, 22 went by, no engagement. Like, it's fine. 23, it's still fine. 24, and it's kind of like getting tiring because he's literally saying that he's going to propose for the last 2 years and nothing ever happened. And it's like, where's, like, at least open communication would be the best. So, yeah, I mean, I think that you shouldn't get back together with him. I don't think that it's worth it. Like, I just feel like if that's what it takes, every time you communicate something that you want from him, he's never going to give it to you unless you break up with him. Like, that's kind of what it's giving. The top comment says, bullshit. He knew. He just didn't think you'd actually be willing to leave him over it. In fact, he still doesn't, or he'd be taking responsibility for things coming to this instead of trying to make it sound like your fault somehow. He thinks if he gives you this ring and you come back, he can go right back to stringing you along with reasons it's not the right moment to set a date for the wedding and start planning in earnest. Let him sort through why this hasn't been a priority for him, or just keep playing ignorant on his own and keep moving forward with your life. Right, I agree. And it's like, it's never been the right moment. Oh, but now is when I broke up with you and it's been 2 months and you just show up and you don't even get on one knee? You don't even get on one knee? Ew, sorry, but you could at least get on one knee, especially after overhyping it and saying that there wasn't the right time. It's like, then you had a high expectations thinking that, oh, he's going to do something really crazy and really like out there and exciting, and it's going to be the best proposal ever. And yet here he is, like, on your couch, like randomly just showing up and being like, so will you marry me actually? No, I agree with this commenter. I definitely think he would be like, oh, well, it's just not the perfect moment to do that. It's not the perfect moment to do this. It's not the perfect. Shut up. You should have just said you didn't want to get married. Like, you should have just said that. You should have just said you don't feel like it's a priority. At the very least, like, instead of stringing her along and being like, no, I still want to get married. Like, it just isn't the right moment. It's going to come any day now, basically, is what he was saying. Like, what's your ring size? And then it's like 4 years later, still nothing. That's crazy. Okay, this is the update. Many suggested I wait, but I already knew what the correct choice was. A lot of hard truths being pointed out to me made it hard to ignore. That said, I had the ring. I never told him yes, rather, I don't know. But he insisted I keep it. Given I decided I needed to move on, I wanted to meet so that I could give him the ring back. He agreed to at first, but was insistent on it being either at my place or his. I was already at the park with the ring in my car and just wanted a neutral meeting place, so I said no. He argued that it must not be that important then. So I said, okay, I'll give the ring to your mom when I have the chance. He didn't agree to meet, but this did make him FaceTime me, so we spoke that day. I was okay with that. The call started with him trying to negotiate a meeting location for a moment or two. Once he gave up, I told him I had questions about our breakup period. He told me that I live in the past, but quickly backtracked when I said, okay, never mind, and attempted to hang up. He told me I wouldn't like the answer to some stuff, and he's right. He admitted that he saw 4 women during 2 months, 2 of them being a threesome. He alleged to have wanted that experience before marrying me. He also claimed that he felt inferior to me in the recent years because of how put together I am, as if he's much different. I was in shock. I'd spent these last 2 months alone and trying to heal while he's having threesomes. It hurt, but it felt more like disgust than a betrayal. Not because of the threesome, but because he thought that he could just come back when he was done having fun. He asked me to come back to his place. He said, the kids, 2 goldfish, miss me. I told him that I can't get back with him. I need to experience something new, just like he did. He's all I've ever known. But saying this upset him and might have given some real insight into how he felt. He called me selfish. I'm always thinking about myself. He brought up a time I went to the gym on his birthday, early in the morning before proceeding to spend the whole day with him. He said I constantly make unilateral decisions, like this one. He accused me of being with another guy and said that's why I don't want him to come over. I should have hung up earlier. My choice was already made. Once he'd known I was set in not rekindling, he was only looking to hurt my feelings. My father offered to return the ring so that I don't have to, and I've been advised to call the police if he shows up at my place again. Despite this, I feel good. I got some answers and saw what happened when he didn't get his way. Again, I appreciate the advice. Bro, that's the most ick I've ever seen in my life. It's just like, at the very least, just say, break up with her. Say, hey, I feel like we've been together for so long, and we were together from ages freaking baby. Like, they were together since they were babies. And that makes sense. It makes sense. I do honestly get wanting to have experiences, because otherwise you just have FOMO for the rest of your life and you think you missed out on something. And some people realize, like, oh, I actually was missing out on this. And some people realize, like, actually that wasn't all that it was, that I, like, made it out to be. So I get that. I get, like, I wouldn't want to be with someone from the time I was, like, 15 to, like, now. I would feel like I had missed out. I know that I would, even though that might not be, like, the case. But the least that you can do is at least be honest about it and not drag her along. She's thinking that you're going to get married, but here you are thinking about the fact that you want to have threesomes. It's like, how long were you thinking about that? Like, you could have just broken up with her when all those thoughts were coming to your head and being like, oh yeah, I should probably break up with her because I'm having these thoughts that I want all these experiences, and I'm not serious about this, like, commitment right now, and I don't want to propose yet. So how about you just, like, so annoying. The top comment says, make sure your dad gets proof that he returned the ring. You handled it extremely well and did the right thing. Consider yourself, you dodged a bullet. I do wish you the best going forward. He told you all that to hurt you because he saw how great you're doing now. Without him, while he's miserable, he thought he had you. Live your best life. His lost. He couldn't handle how awesome you are, so he found less. You're going to be okay. You deserve one that matches your energy and respects you. Good luck. That's what someone said. And then someone said, that's called a shut up ring. If he actually wanted to marry you, he would have done it while he still had you around, not at desperate measures to bring you back. And now he's mad you want something new after he had a threesome. You've wasted most of your time on him. Wise to not waste any more. And I'm sure he realized quickly that, like, what he was really, like, missing out on wasn't, because, like, at the end of the day, there are going to be people that, are glad, like, that they decided to go out and, like, branch out. But if you find someone that you really love and you want to spend the rest of your life with, I feel like you'll end up regretting it. But at the same time, like, I get wanting to figure it out for yourself. But it's just, like, don't terrorize this woman for 13 years to do it. Like, you didn't have to drag her along for that for 13 years. You could have just been like, okay, hey, I'm going to go have a threesome, so I can't really be with you right now. Like, kind of wanting to have some experiences that I have never had before. Someone said, I read your original post, and although I did not comment on that post, I was rooting for you to make the right decision and keeping to move forward. Your ex is quite a piece of work. He showed you to be the snake that he always has been. I'm so proud of you for staying strong. I really hope you really have a good support system to help you heal from this, especially him being the first. You're going to have your moments, but keep moving forward. One step and one day at a time. Do not look back. Then definitely call the police should he ever approach you in any way or come to your home again. I really hope that you have disconnected the app so he no longer has access to your location. Get a restraining order if you have to, should he give you a difficult time. He's cruel, and he's the one that's selfish. Someone here made a comment and suggestion about writing a note to yourself about your final conversation with them and how he made you feel. Keep that. I think it's a great suggestion to remind you in your moments when you feel down or hesitant about your breakup with him to see exactly how big of how big of a bullet you dodged. You deserve so much better, and I wish you the best in everything you do. It's crazy that you had your locations. I mean, yeah, when my ex broke up with me, and did I want him to leave his location on so I could see where he was at? Yes. I'll admit it. Yes, I did. I wanted him to forget so I could be like, where is he? Which obviously isn't the healthiest thing in the world. But he unshared it so quick. And then obviously I unshared it too because, like, girl, you're not seeing where I am. And I don't know, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. I feel like I th- I find my friends at least once a week. I'm not like super crazy about it, but like if I want to know if my boyfriend's coming home from work, I'll be like, "Oh, where is he?" And I'll see if he's at work still or if he's like on his way home. Or that's really the only thing I look at. Like once in a while I'll look at like, "Oh, where's my friend?" I'll see if like I don't know, is she home? Does she want to hang out or something? But not that. Like I really don't check my friends' locations that much. Someone commented, he had a threesome? LOL. No, he didn't. He made that up in a sad attempt to take back some control over you because he realized you were really serious about leaving him. Good for you for moving on. Go out and live your best life without giving any more thought to his fake threesome. I'm dead. That's hilarious. No, but did he have to give her that many details? Definitely not. Why did he give her so many details saying, like, he could have just been like, yeah. I mean, she did ask, but he didn't have to be like, yeah, I had a threesome. He could have just been like, yeah, I've been with women since we broke up. He didn't have to be like, I had a threesome. Okay, calm down. All right. We're going to move on to the next story, and the title is My 18 female boyfriend, 24 male, is upset I denied intimacy because he was crusty. How do I remedy? I just moved out of my disgusting childhood home. Mold, trash, bugs, smells, all of it. In my new home, I'm keeping it as clean as possible and avoiding polyester because the texture disgusts me and was all I ever knew as a child. I worked my butt off to afford silk sheets and high quality bedding. I take really good care of my cleanliness and I'm probably paranoid at this point. Tonight, I invited my boyfriend to hang out, cuddle, and watch a movie. I told him I was going to take a shower and wear comfy PJs, and I was excited to rest. My boyfriend is not necessarily gross, but today when he arrived, I was just a bit uncomfortable. He was wearing dirty jeans, and his hair was so greasy it looked like he had used gel. He works in an office and isn't active whatsoever, so I didn't really understand what was up. He apologized for looking like a mess and said that he was excited to see me. I just couldn't handle it. His shirt was scratchy and he had jeans on, so I brought him into the living room and put on a movie. He immediately started getting physical and kept pulling me into long kisses. I didn't entertain making out because I knew it would turn into sex and then we'd end up going to my bed. Finally, after a while, he asked why I wasn't interested in him at all. I told him exactly what I'm telling you all. And he got upset, moped around for a bit, and then left. Now, I just feel like a neat freak asshole. How can I remedy the situation? My immediate reaction is, you're not a neat freak asshole. I also don't, like, why is he showing up like that? Or like, why isn't he also, I'm just confused. Sorry. I'm like confused right now. I'm like trying to gather my thoughts. I'm confused because it's like you guys are in a relationship and he's just immediately like coming over and just, that sounds like a hookup. That doesn't sound like a relationship to me. Maybe that's how some couples are. I don't know. But like when I was dating someone but not living with them and they would come over, that wasn't like the first thing. Like I wanted to hang out and then like sure later on we can like, do some stuff, but right away, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into that. Also, you're 18 years old and he's 24. He 24 and 18, like you're 18. I always point that out. I always point out the age stuff, but it's just like weird to me when you're like, you're fully a grown adult, and 18 to me is not a fully grown adult. Like, yeah, maybe by law you're an adult, but you're still 18 years old. At 18 years old, I swear I swear my brain was the size of a literal peanut. Like, the difference, I might as well be a whole different person. The difference in the type of thoughts I have, the difference in who I am as a person, I might as well have just like absolutely morphed into a new person. So I just feel like in 24, I feel like I was pretty like similar to what I am now, maybe a little less like definitely less sure about myself and maybe a little bit more insecure than I am now. But 24 was definitely when I started to, like, you know, get my groove, start to feel a little better about life. And 18, sorry, I'm reading too much into the age, but I just think it's interesting. Also, he should wipe his ass or something. The top comment says, the fact that you're 18, a teenager, and already having to tell your stank-ass mid-20s boyfriend that he's too smelly for sex is a bad sign. In 2 years, you'll be doing all the chores and begging for him to clean his ears and wash his ass. Get out now. You deserve a partner who doesn't stink, not a man baby who doesn't realize when he smells. You're not his mom, but soon he'll treat you like it. Someone said, I was half expecting to read about the notorious skid mark the average hygiene averse teenager dating loser abuser would be leaving on her silk sheets, but your comment about the unwashed ass coming in 2 years took me to promised skid mark territory. So all in all, this post did not disappoint. Wait, what? Did she respond saying that there was skid marks or something? This person said, not the asshole, and by the way, you don't need to shower with him to get him to wash himself. He shouldn't need to lead into a shower with the promise of sex. A respectful guy who wants to get laid should put effort into not being sweaty, crusty, greasy. I'm sure you'd be fine waiting 30 minutes for him to wash up before coming over. Also, making out can just be making out. I hope you guys have intimacy that doesn't have to lead to sex. OP said, thanks. The comments about shower sex felt weird to me. I agree. I don't think making out should lead to sex. With him, it normally does. So I'll definitely work on setting a better boundary for both of us. Yeah, that's a big thing, I feel like, in relationships. Someone said, it's wrong for a 24-year-old to want to be with an 18-year-old, and also he's nasty. Your boyfriend is not a catch. Thank God someone else said it. Thank God. But yeah, I feel like that's a big thing in relationships. Like, you have to also explore intimacy outside of, like, the full-blown intimacy of, like, sex. Because I would, like, sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I do maybe just want to make out a little and that's it. Like, sometimes I don't want to do the full thing, and then maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. But I feel like every time if it leads to that, then you're not going to want to, like, show lesser I don't know if that's what I would refer to it as, but you get what I mean, like lesser physical intimacy, because it's like, oh, if I make out with him, even though I want to make out with him and he would probably like if I made out with him, then he's going to insinuate, or he's going to assume that means that we're going to have sex, and, like, I don't want to. And then it just, like, it's important also to do other physical intimacy in your relationship other than that. But also, I just don't understand why he can't just wash his ass. This person said, can't imagine dating an 18-year-old at 24 or anything older than, like, 21 or 22, to be honest. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. I feel like it's, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's just crazy. This person said, while it seems to be rare, it happens with young men too. One of my exes was 17 when he was convinced to date a 40-year-old woman. It took far too long for him to realize that it wasn't healthy, and by then the damage was done. The whole time I was trying to get through to him from the sidelines, but just like a lot of girls are socialized and conditioned to be doormats, boys can get the idea that they're supposed to step up and save people. Ideas of what a man should be like that are then twisted against them by people who want to take advantage. It's just super gross all around. Why can't these people just leave the teens alone? 40 and 17? Hello? That's fucking crazy. That woman deserves jail. This person said, he's a 24-year-old man dating an 18-year-old. That's dirty for him in itself, in my opinion. Remember that he's had 6 years living as an adult, and you're only on your first year. He should already have his shit together, but here you are behaving like the only adult in the room. There's no way to tell the wrong someone that they need to lift their hygiene game without this type of reaction. The right someone wouldn't have even tried to have sex knowing that they were bringing dirty dick to the table. Who offers up sweaty ball sack to someone they're supposed to love and be in a relationship with? Dirty boys will give you UTIs at the very least. Stop. who offers up sweaty ball sack to someone is actually so funny and so real. I mean, men like bring back being like ashamed and embarrassed, you know? Because if I knew that my coochie was stankin' like a box of rocks, I would be not wanting to do anything. I don't want someone to be smelling my 5-day old, I don't know what. The respect is crazy. It's like, you want me to smell your cheesy balls? You really want me to smell and like absolutely hurl at your cheesy balls? That's what I'm confused about. It's like, so you have no respect for yourself or for me. That's what it's giving. It's like, you should be ashamed and embarrassed. You should be like, oh, well, we shouldn't do anything because I'm just not like clean. I will be like, I actually care if you smell me, or for that matter, if anyone smells me. I don't want anyone to smell that. Thank God I've never dated anyone that has been like super unhygienic, because I could not deal with that. I could not deal with that. It's just crazy to me that people don't learn how to take care of themselves. And like, I feel like some guys don't even wash their ass. They're just like, yeah, well, the water runs down there, so like, doesn't that just wash it for me? Oh, so you literally have ear mites in your ass? That's what you're trying to say right now? Because that's crazy. Like, I don't even want to see what kind of dirty forest is down there. I can only imagine that there's loads of the worst smelling, nastiest, moldy ass, blue cheese smelling ass hair and probably poo-poos from 17 days ago that you still have it. That's just so, no, sorry, I'm being disgusting now. Like, get your dingleberry ass out of my house and leave me alone. And never suggest to putting your dirty, moldy cheese stick in my hole. You're gonna give me diseases. But anyways, that's all the stories I have for you guys today. I'm watching, first of all, also, I'm making Jack watch the Twilight series because he hasn't seen them, which is insane because I was going to those premieres as a child, like midnight premieres at the movie theater. I was there and I was living for it. I also would like pretend to read the books and stuff, but I definitely never finished them. But I am obsessed with Twilight. Ugh, it's so good. But also it's like October, so it's the perfect time to watch it. So yeah, we started the first Twilight this morning, and we're probably like halfway through it. And I'm so excited for him to see. He likes the Vampire Diaries, so I think that he's really going to like Twilight because it's like OG. Like, that's like, I don't even know actually, when did the Twilight come out? Did it come out like the same time as the Vampire Diaries? I don't know. But Twilight is just everything. Also, I'm watching the Ed Gein Monster show right now, which I was excited for it to come out. Like, ew. In a morbid way, obviously, because it's like really crazy. But I was excited to see like the story in more detail. But I'm kind of annoyed because Ryan Murphy definitely made up so much stuff and put it in that show that people are just going to think is fact. Because people really do tend to forget that, like, these are, it's depicted off real events, but it's dramatized, and, like, a lot of things are added because you don't know, like, all of that extra detail that happened. And there's so many things, if you look it up, like, fact-checking, like, apparently, and it's crazy also that they made the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie out of this story. I never knew that. I thought the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was just like hee hee ha ha funny. I didn't realize it was like based off of a true story, but not really, because I don't know. But the main actor, the one that plays what's his face? Jax, I think it is, in Sons of Anarchy. I was like so confused. I was like, who is that? And then I was like, oh my God, that's him. Like, that does not look like him. Like, it does, but it doesn't, if you know what I mean. But he's a really good actor. But it's giving me the heebies, and it's really hard to watch because everything is also Addison Rae slayed so hard. She didn't even have that much of a part, but like, she's so slay. I love her. But I don't know, that show, it's really it's a hard watch because there's just so many gory parts and like nasty parts, and just like him wearing like faces of other women is crazy. Ew. Yuckity yuckity yuck. Oh, also, I have saved so many turtles recently. For some reason, every time I'm driving, there's always, and sometimes it's in like a busy ass intersection, there will be a turtle crossing the road. And also, if you guys ever find a turtle crossing the road, I've helped, ever since moving to Florida, I've helped so many turtles cross the road. It's crazy. But if you guys ever find a turtle crossing the road and you want to help them cross the road, only put them in the direction that they're going in. Don't put them in the opposite direction. You know what I mean? Because I did make that mistake and a while ago, and then I learned from my mistake because I felt really bad. I was like, wait, but it was like a really busy intersection, and there was like two different, like, there's no way I could have gotten to the other side that he was going to. I had to bring him to like the closest side. Otherwise, I would have literally gotten ran over, and also it would have taken like so long to even cross the road. You know what I mean? So it was kind of impossible. So in that case, like, it's fine, but I feel bad because he was probably like all jacked up and not knowing where he was going. But I don't know why. No, like, I don't know. Are people scared of turtles? I don't know. Most of them are just regular turtles, but they're like pretty big usually. And I just pick them up and put them on the freaking, like, wherever they're going, because they usually stop in the middle of the road because they get scared by the traffic. And there was one like kind of by my house, like on the road to go to my house, and this person was just stopped in front of it or behind it with their caution lights on. And I drove past and I was like, oh, I made a U-turn and went back around, and he had gathered up like 6 cars behind him. So I had to park like 6 cars behind him, and then he ended up going around the turtle finally. And I was like, what was your like logic? Why didn't you just go around him in the first place? You waited there for like 10 minutes to do what exactly? Like, maybe was he looking up something and being like, how do I save a turtle or something? It was a snapper turtle actually, which I've only encountered like 2 times before and actually had to move them, which usually I use a towel because they'll get you. But he was actually really calm. He was kind of like stuck to the ground though, like the concrete, and I felt really bad for him. He was definitely drying out, but I got him. It's okay. Honestly, like, if like, I love getting out of my car and saving the turtles. Like, it makes me feel so accomplished. I'm like, okay, if that's all I do today, then I feel so accomplished because, like, they're so cute and, like, they're so innocent and slow, and it's like they don't know where they're going. Why are you moving away from the pond? But you're not supposed to bring them to the pond that's in the opposite direction. You're supposed to just put them where they're going. So that's a tip of the day. Tip of the day. Anyways, that's the end of that episode and the end of my gabbering and yabbering. I love you guys so much. Oh, wait, also, I got a new camera today to vlog. So if you guys want, my vlog channel is in the description. I'm so excited. I got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I'm really excited. I've been wanting it for a while, so I know that it wasn't an impulse decision, and I can also write it off, which is really nice. But I'm so excited because I'm going to New York next week, and I'm going to vlog my New York trip. I'm going to an event that's like it's like a gala. I don't know how it's going to be, but you know what? I'm just saying yes to everything these days. And me and Jack are going to New Orleans next month. So we have some trips coming up, and I'm excited. But anyways, love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye.
Storytime Society is now available on all listening platforms. If you are on any of those listening platforms, I would really appreciate it if you rated me 5 stars. Thanks for all the support.
Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.